Hello folks, welcome to Walkie talkie. I am going to hybridise this episode with the Wall of Fame, and what I'm wanting to talk about, right, no matter when I log into any social media, right, whether that be traditional social media like Twitter and Facebook or YouTube or something like it, I get to see one thing quite quickly after logging in, and it's somebody making a post going, "Oh dear, I've just received this from Reform, a letter. I'm going to send it back with some expletives on the front," right? And they get their lights, their adulation, all their cosy comforts in that regard, right? We are going through a period of time where, political campaigns will use what you call mail shots via the voting registry to send everyone information about the up and coming vote. Understood. However, before we go into much, it seems to have turned into like a like farming technique, right? Fake outrage. Oh, I'm raging. I'm going to send some horrible back to Reform and send it for the post. Oh, I've got instantly like 100 likes. Oh, the adulation tank is overfilling now. Oh, I feel so good. I might get clitoral orgasm. Right. I say that as, it's quite a cookie cutter boilerplate type post, because one person sees that post, gets, let's say, 159 likes, the next person will do exactly the same. That's them with 159 likes and everything else, and oh, it feels so woke. Oh god, I feel so good. Oh veganism 2.0. Oh, I'm a social justice hero. Right? That's the shit that runs through their heads after writing whatever expletives on the front and return it. Right? If you don't realise it's fatally unoriginal. Number two, when that letter does actually start making its way through the mail system, i.e. Glasgow sorting office in Springburn, the mail handlers actually have to pick this up, right? And that, from what I have seen, nobody's actually took their address off the front. It's not like as if they poured Tipp-Ex over the name, the address, anything. So the mail handlers have to handle that. Take note of address, take note of the wording, take a photo and put it in a big list that eventually goes to Police Scotland. And these people that are wanting their 5 minutes of warm social justice and their top up of adulation, they don't actually realise by doing what they're doing, they're actually making the whole situation jailbait for themselves, because the letter and whatever is said on the front of the letter does get recorded and does get sent to the police and does result. I've actually seen a few people being actually chinned by the police by this manner, right? And the police haven't forgot about doing these 7 a.m. arrests on a Saturday morning. So apart from what they're doing is just topping up the adulation tank in the social justice reservoir, it's actually making them known to the police. And apart from anything that's fatally unoriginal, like honestly, you might like one political campaign, you might not like the other, but doing what's being done currently is just lighting yourself up on fucking police lists and potentially an arrest cachet for the day for the police officers. I'm not standing up for one particular party or other, because all political campaigns are sending out literature. But what I'm trying to say is, whatever one it is, if you send it back with abusive, threatening language, all they need to do, as in the mail handling staff in Springburn, quote what you've said, put it on a list, take a photo of it, and hand it as part of an evidence pack towards the police. Is it worth it? No. I know a lot of people might not like Reform, or might not like Labour, or might not like SNP or whatever, but if whatever political campaign sends out documentation like a letter and it's returned back with profane language, that's just going to get you lit up red, you silly buns. Try not to do it. I mean, I've seen occasional amounts apart from Reform, as in other parties getting the same kind of treatment. All I'm going to say is, do not be tempted to top up your adulation tank, adulation tank, your woke, your likes, whatever, right? By doing that, because whilst it gives you about 5 minutes of giddy satisfaction, giddy self-righteous satisfaction, in the longer scheme of things, right, when you post something back, it goes to you, not just Glasgow mail sorting office in Springburn, I'm only just quoting for all the Glaswegians, but it'll go to a mail handling centre like a mail sorting office, and mail handlers will have to take a note of what's on the front and who the letter was originally sent to, and if there's any other systems like taking a photo of it to put on record. Once it goes on record, it'll go on a list, and when it goes on a list, it'll go on a police officer's arresting list that day. So really, is it worth it? Is it worth it for the wee warm feeling you get for likes? Probably not. And if you haven't decided what political campaign would be best to vote for, that's not a problem, because it's a very hard choice. I mean, we've got three that are automatic don'ts. One the SJW community don't like at all. One that might be able to get a wee bit of reach with most parts of society. And then you've got the Greens, who are only climate alarmists. And I don't think they are just quite mature enough to actually get a vote. I mean, like, NDRF I didn't vote for, as in, like, I didn't vote period for NDRF either way. I was too fucking depressed, actually. Brexit, I was too stoned to care. Sat with my pal getting absolutely fucking minced and having a good time, and watching all these people taking it seriously, and we were sitting there absolutely crippled. This time around, it's highly tempting to vote, because the amount of grade shit show mistakes Starmer's made, and the only way to correct him really is get him out, because it is, you know, like, there's no learning curve with Keir, right? Some people, they fuck up, sure, but they learn where they fucked up, and they either do a almost 180 and become good, or they make their way towards 180 and make a decent effort of change. But he just doesn't know how to spell change, let alone the conceptuality for change. So I think it's time to give him something to frown for. And I know Starmer isn't going to be getting kicked out of government with this vote, because it's only Scottish, Welsh and other right? But on top of the Manchester election, which served them quite a nice hard slap, right? I'm just hoping that Scotland, Wales, potentially Ireland, all come together and slap him twice as hard as what Manchester did, and make him realise he is to lead, and he is to have professionality, and he is to knock off all this globalism. We need somebody present. We don't need somebody who is on the butt end of a Zoom call or whatever. We want somebody that spends all 30 of 30 days in the United Kingdom. Fun fast fact, it was brought to my attention actually that Keir Starmer had spent 17 out of 30 days with other countries, and I don't think other countries is really his priority. It's this country. If he wants to froth at the mouth for Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky and exotic men, fine, go. Right. It's a bit of a longer walkie-talkie, might I say, because I had to kind of talk about these bizarre postings on social media, and quickly kind of rounding things off with regard to Donald Trump. This is another incident that has, how best to word it right, an assassination attempt at Donald Trump. Now, because Donald Trump isn't our Prime Minister, I don't really have any opinion upon the guy, right? But one thing for sure, whether you like or dislike the guy, he doesn't deserve to be shot at and nearly shot at and attempted assassination. No. I know people don't hugely like him, and these are all people from the United Kingdom. They're too busy frothing at the mouth in anger about other country figureheads rather than looking at the problems that we have quite in front of our faces. And I think they should focus on our country and its issues rather than trying to chase up America and their potential issues, really. I don't know enough to like or dislike a guy, but one thing for sure, nobody deserves being shot as part of our working duties. Absolutely none. And that extends out to Charlie Kirk as well. He lost his life because he got shot. And again, nobody deserves to be shot in the first place. Nobody deserves to be shot as part of our job. You know, anybody that thinks it's remotely okay is not remotely okay. Simple as. Because if you're sitting in a wee office, do you deserve to be shot? Of course you don't. Anyway, folks, I think I'm kind of at the end of the walkie-talkie for today. If you like it, you know what to do. And until the next time.